everyone, I am Janvi Pavar. Welcome back to my channel, or if you guys are new over here, then welcome to my channel. In this video, I want to talk about some ways, extremely easy ways that are going to help you improve your English vocabulary. Because when you're learning a language, it's important that you have a good amount of words so that you can speak fluently, you can present your ideas well, and you can understand other people as well. For example, if I use a big word, so you can understand what I'm saying. So let's get started. And here are some ways and some mistakes that we make while we try to improve our English vocabulary. Number one, list of words. Now, I'm not a big fan of learning English words from a list, like taking out a list and then I'm learning the first word, then second word, and third, and then there are like 20 different words, and the next day I actually tend to forget them. Why am I saying this? Because I actually did this when I was learning French and Japanese. I tried to learn words from a list and that was not it. So that made me realize learning English words from a book or from a list of words or a dictionary is not good. So whenever you think, all right, I'm gonna learn 20 new words today, then you're gonna forget those words after 3 days. So what are you supposed to do? Let's get started. This is tip number 2. Build a reading habit. It's important. Always read, start reading, be it 15 minutes a day, 20 minutes a day, 30 minutes a day, but you have to read, create a pattern. For example, if you are traveling somewhere, then make sure to keep a newspaper with you or a magazine, or read something online, any article, any essay, any paragraph, anything basically, but start reading. Develop a habit of reading. What's going to happen? The more you're going to read, the more new words you're going to come across. And the more new words you're going to come across, you are going to learn the meaning of those words. At the same time, you're also going to see how you're supposed to use a new word or a word that you do not know in different sentence structure so that you can use them in the same manner. So develop a habit of reading. Tip number 3, read news online. Why am I saying online? Now, you have to start reading news online. For example, if you guys do not know, I always read The Hindu and the New York Times whenever I can get my hands on online, and I always tend to read it. And if I find a new word, now it's very rare that I find a new word because I'm so used to it. So for the first 2 months, you're gonna think, oh, this is a new word or that is a new word. But after 2 months, the words, they're gonna get repeated. Because believe me, when you start reading a newspaper, you're going to feel, oh, these are the same kind of sentence structures, similar words, vocabularies, similar patterns, and that's it. So you're going to notice the same patterns. So always read news online. What's going to happen? Number 1, if you're going to find a new phrase or a new idiom or a new word, then you can directly go to your Google and search the meaning of that word right there. And then you can see how they have used that word. And then you start using it by yourself, which is the most important part. You using the words by yourself. This is tip number 4. Start using all of the words. Now, the thing is, if you learn new words, even if you learn them from a list of words, for example, I never prefer it, but just to give you an example, even if you learn them from a list of words, and if you learn them by reading a newspaper online or by reading a book, by reading a magazine, anything, then you're gonna have to start using them in your daily life, maybe with yourself or while talking with others or just by writing, anything basically, so that you can remember them, because that is the easiest way. To remember words, you need to start using words. If you're not gonna use words, you are never gonna remember them. In 3 days, you're gonna be like, what was that word? Whatever you have read, whatever you have listened, you have not actually used it. So start using it. And tip number 5, which is extremely easy and important and at the same time pretty interesting. So when I was 8 and 9 years of age, my English tutor, she made us read a newspaper. And then whenever we used to find a new word, and we used to ask her, and I was like, ma'am, what is the meaning of this word? And then ma'am used to be like, how about you read this whole sentence by yourself and then you try and guess the meaning by yourself. I'm like, by myself? But I don't know the meaning. This is a new word. She was like, just guess the meaning by yourself. See, the thing is, when you start reading something, by looking at the sentence structure, by looking at the context, by observing the context, you can actually try and guess the meaning by yourself. And if you still feel that you cannot guess the meaning, then you need to go to Google. Otherwise, no need, no use. Now you just need to know there is a new word and now you only need to use it. So this is a trick. Always try to guess the meaning by yourself. And as for me, I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. I'd also like to add that all of my courses, Basic English, Advanced English, where you're gonna find more tips to get a good vocabulary and more dialogues, conversations, all available on my website, www.janvipawar.com. The link is in the description box below. Make sure to go check all of the courses out. And as for me, I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. I think I've already said that, but anyways, bye everyone, stay safe.